listening to Radio Outdoor Expeditions on Angels Radio AM830 KLAA. And here we got our amazing in-house guests with Bite On, Anthony and Eddie Williams, the Angler Brothers, and also...
He came up with this whole concoction.
Well, Ronnie, it started a few years ago. Back, my grandfather had been fishing for generations, and he'd always use a secret ingredient when we were out fishing. I'm like, Grandpa, what are you using? And he showed me the base ingredient and gave me the idea to take it to the market. So we started messing with different, ingredients and scents to add to his ingredient he's been using since a little kid, back in the 40s and 50s. And then from there, we started formulating it, tested it out. And before you know it, we're at Santa Ana River Lakes, and by 6:30 in the morning, which is about a half hour after it opened, my brother Tony comes in with this monster trout, which is 21.5 pounds. I've never seen a trout like that before. We didn't know what to do. It literally broke the net right there. So I had to go in. I'm halfway in the water trying to wrestle it in. And then about an hour later, another 14.5-pound trout.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a monster
This
trout.
is caught on Grandpa's secret scent?
It's Grandpa's secret scent. And from there, we just knew we had something. Every time we're out fishing, people would just be all around the lake saying, what are you guys using? What are you guys using? Literally every time we were out. So from there, wow. we knew we were onto something before you even knew it.
That's awesome.
Do you think we'll work on guys?
Grandpa knows best.
Does Grandma have a scent? And we've got flavors here. I'm looking at these different flavors in your 6-pack. Or a 5-pack. Go over your 5 flavors here.
Yeah, for trout, we got 5 for trout, 1 for catfish, 1 for bass. For the trout, we have arguably our best seller called Bite On Garlic, which is a scent mixed with different oils. We have a Bite On Garlic Crimson that's got a red tint to it with scent sparkles, which is pretty much like a glitter. And this actually looks really, really good in the Sierras, because we know in the Sierras, the water's a lot clearer. Especially, Twin Lakes, we just crush it up there every year we go, stringer after stringer. Then we got the Bite On Corn, which looks really, really good on your dough baits, because it's a little lighter scent, and I just mixes really good with the dough baits. And then we also got the Bite On Anise. And then we got Bite On Roe, which is, the trout egg flavor mixed in with different oils and stuff.
Now, I'll be using this filming for the High Sierra Opener. I haven't decided which lakes I'll be at, but it will either be, it's Crowley, Convict, and Silver. And I know I'll be using this, for example, on a lot of my hard baits, like on the Ozeri pin minnows, the owner,
great lure
shads.
Okay.
I fish a lot of the bigger, minnow type baits for bigger fish, but I will be actually in my mini jigs. I'll be loading them up with that, and this is a very, very important, again, asset fishermen. Listen to this. This is very, very important that you get some information on this. And I stumbled at the Fred Hall show, the Turner's booth, and the rest was history, as I said. It's Bite On, and we'll be right back. Sergio will tell you a little bit about his experience using Bite On for spotted bay bass. The number is 877-830-830, and this is Angels Radio AM830 KLAA. It's a 50,000-watt giant mega station. Punch the buttons. We'll give away some prizes. I think the first caller who calls in will give you a 5-pack of Bite On here. Great trout scents. 877-830-830. We'll be right back. There's Tony and Eddie. What do you guys think? Okay, I mean, I'm a mini jigger by heart. I like to cover a lot of ground. I like to use a small mini jigs, or if I'm trawling, then I like to use the lures. I'm going to be using your stuff all through the filming. Okay, I'm a Bite On product. I guarantee you, loading my baits up with particularly mini jigs, dipping them. I found that works a lot better. What are your thoughts? Are most of the people using the Bite On product, for example, for bait dunking, like inflated night crawler, stuff like that?
That's a great question to have. A glitter for the clear waters up there, so it attracts the fish.
And by the way, you know why? I've heard because the fish actually think that's scales.
Right.
From a smaller bait fish. The bait fish is wounded and it's giving out scales. That's what the glitter looks like. So at least theoretically, when they interviewed the fish, that's what they told them.
Yeah, right. And then what I do with the other fish, like Ronnie was saying, is be an active jigger. Out there jigging with your plastics. I prefer to use, like the lip rippers have really good worms that added to the Bite On looks really, really good.
Yeah, I really like to be much more interactive than that. Speaking of interactive, let's get a quick update.